Cookers. Okay, so today we're making a chicken and tarragon pasta dish. So I've got 100 grams of soft cheese. I've got 200 grams of farfalle, the bow pasta, cubes, and I've got 2 chicken breasts. I've chopped these up into slices. You can just buy them like that. It just happened that I had that in the fridge today. Okay, so 1 lemon and one zested lemon. Chives, so about 5 grams of chives. We've got some tarragon. This is fresh, but you can use dried as well. It's 5 grams. We've got some basil, 10 grams of basil, 1 shallot, 1 leek, and obviously I've rainbowed them, and 2 cloves of garlic, as per usual. I love my garlic. Okay, so I'm going to put this back into the fridge for the moment. Oh, and I forgot as well the stock. Got chicken stock and obviously our normals. So let's pop this on. I've got my water on the boil for my pasta. Okay, so what we're going to need first is we're going to need our leeks and our shallot. Okay, so the pan's come to heat, so we want to put the leeks in and we want to put in the shallots because they're the ones that are first. I've had to put musicals on because I've had Frozen 2 stuck in my head for the last 3 days. So I'm trying to get other songs into my head, which might stop me from singing like just the tiniest bits of Frozen. Okay, so I'm going to put some pepper. And normally I would have the flakes, but I haven't been able to get them at the moment, so I've just got normal salt. So be careful how much you're putting in. Just keep trying it later on. Okay, so we can put our zest in. And our tarragon. Because in a minute we're going to start putting our chicken in. Okay, so put your chives in. I'm trying to leave the garlic right till the very, very last minute, and the basil, because I don't really like putting them in too early. Okay, so grab your chicken. I quite like putting them in these bags because you can kind of season them. And give them a good shape. Okay, so put your chicken in. Okay, so I'm going to fry this chicken off and then we'll come back. Alright, so see you in a bit, my coquettes. Okay, so I've put while we're on break, I've put my pasta on. Me and Gary have just been saying, because the musicals are on. Gary doesn't really like musicals and I like musicals. And Abba's just come on and he's like, oh my god, no. He's one of his worst people, he really doesn't like Abba. Okay, so I've just put in my basil and my garlic. This hasn't been cooking all the time. I have taken it off for a little bit, just while the pasta's just deciding what it's doing. Faux pasta, or farfalle pasta, takes a really long time because of the middly bit. So I find it difficult sometimes with it, but Okay, so we're going to fry that off, and then we're going to pop in our, then we've got my new gadget. I think we go for the bigger side. Okay, so, see if I can get this. It's quite a good one though, actually. Yeah, even though it looks a bit difficult, it's quite good. And it wasn't very expensive either. Okay, so that's your lemon in. Now, this garlic, I just really want to fry it off a little bit, but it doesn't seem to want to do it. Now what I've done as well is because I've taken it off while the pasta was kind of doing, the chicken isn't fully done, but breast chicken gets really tough and chewy. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to overcook it. So taking it off just for a little while stops the cooking process of your chicken and just gives it that little bit of time just to relax. So I'm going to pop a little bit of bus stock in. Gary's sniffing it. Okay, so let that bubble for a bit. Just going to check on my pasta. Still not done yet. So we might have to have another break while that's doing. Now, if this seems a bit thick for you, don't worry. You can always put a little bit of flour in. Or what I used to do when I very first started cooking is I used to put a cup of soup in it. It gives a really good flavour. It gives a really good flavour. Gary's absolutely horrified. It used to give really good flavour, but it also used to really help with things as well. So yeah, so if you don't want to put flour in, you can always do that, and that thickens it up just a tiny bit. Okay, so we're going to have just a tiny bit of a break, and then we'll come back. Okay, so it's boiling. I've put the water in, I've put the stock in. It needed just an extra 100 ml, so I've just put a bit in. So that's that done. So what I do with my, when I put this in, anything creamy, like cream cheese, creme fraiche, I take it off the heat and then I put it in. The only problem is because if you do that, it ends up getting really like it splits basically. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Never mind. Okay, so mix it in. Now I know it looks green, but obviously you've got tarragon and stuff in there as well, so it's obviously made it a bit more greener. But it's still yummy, it's still nice. But actually I should have done this for a Halloween thing. Would have been really good, wouldn't it? Okay. There we go. That's all nicely done. So I'm just going to leave this off the heat just for the moment. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty our the water out of our pasta. So I'm going to turn this one off because we're going to put it all into one. Okay, so put that there a second. Put that on there. Put that there. And put that over there. And then Mix it all in. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a bit of spinach into this as well. Anything like that. Spinach, spinach, bacon, anything like that you could pop in as well. So give it a good mix. Just turn that off a sec, just make sure that's hot enough. Pop that on there. Try and get some of the chicken out. So if you wanted to put more chicken in it, you can put more chicken in it. You can do whatever you want with it. So just put a tiny bit more pasta in that one. Let's not be stingy, hey? Okay, so bring that over. Now it's up to you, totally up to you whether you want to do this or not. But I've always got a bit of parsley and stuff with me. It just gives it a bit of colour. Over there. Okay, and there you go, my croquettes. There is your pasta with chicken and tarragon. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please share, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.